Hi, friends. Happy Thursday. Hi, Miriam. Hi, Linda. Hi, Vasvi. Hi, Colette. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Victoria. New folks joining. Hi, Sarah. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. How's it in Miami? It is windy again here, but nice. A little cooler, very sunny. Pretty beautiful day. I'm gonna look forward to a nice walk after this. Vasvi, I'm gonna quote you what you wrote to me. Nice in Miami. Good. Hi, Deanna. Hey, Dave. Hey, Linda. So fun watching people come in. As Randolph said, it's like, oh, new friends. I want to catch everybody. So today, hi G, hi Baritone Kelly. Sweet singers coming in. First, thank you, Miriam, for coming yesterday. What an amazing conversation. If y'all haven't checked out Miriam's conversation with me yesterday, it was just great. And she will be on next. Vasvi says you should talk about your own discovery about timelessness too. I would love to hear. I'm going to talk about it. Yeah. Perfect. Hi, Pierre. Hi, Janine. Yeah, it's gonna come. We're gonna do an exploration of timelessness, and we're gonna just see what happens. See what happens. So I'm gonna talk about my experience and your experience, because they're really, it's the same. It's the same. It's great. I'm always looking for other ways to describe it, right? These are all just pointers. Everything's here. I'm not really teaching anything. I'm just pointing out what we've missed, because we've been so blinded by belief systems and this crazy world. So thank you. Yesterday we had Miriam on, functional nutritionist, who blew everybody's minds, and we'll be back next week, both Tuesday and Thursday. We're just going to do quick hour-long functional nutrition coaching. It's for educational purposes only, and she's got handouts and a really beautiful system and way to describe everything. So come next Tuesday and next Thursday. I don't know what those dates are, for Miriam. And I will just be her moderator. So we'll do the live stream like we did yesterday. I'll field questions and we'll do it that way. And then in the last 36 hours or so, I've gotten, I think it's like 700 or 800 new subscribers on Substack, maybe 800. Thank you all so much. I'm so happy. Many of you came from the new, hi everybody, welcome, Chrissia and Jeff, from the PBS video that I put up. Great. Yes, you're on board. We're boarding this arc together. And I'm following a lot of you, and love to see you in my DMs. Would love to see you on our chat. So if you head to my page, we've got like a brainstorm chat for the PBS idea, and there's all folks of all kinds in there. We are utilizing Substack as sort of the dinghy boat, as we just start to put out the content, and then the idea is to go on to a bigger platform. So if you have ideas, if you have good connections, if you want to come on now to the Natural Healing Radio Hour and teach your content, anything about healing, but we can start to expand it. So, if you want to come on and teach your, but we probably can't do like natural building. we can expand. So somebody's going to come on and teach how to take down the spike proteins from the mRNA vaccine. We're branching out. And so we're just imagining that this is the first boat, and that eventually we have a free network where we can all share all of our wisdom. And the purpose will always be fulfillment for all. because that's natural law. So we're mapping this onto natural law, and that the information, the wisdom is free. It doesn't have paywalls. Miriam sent me a example of somebody building another platform, Alex Zek, who I follow, who has been great. He's been a whistleblower on the virus myth and many other things. And it looks like a good platform. It's sort of local. You can find people with similar interests, progressive folks in your area through his platform, and share your wisdom, share your materials. Great, except there's a payment plan, and it's very white upper middle class, and so it's great. It's sort of like that could be a wing and an arm that eventually connects with us and connects with the main platform. But our goal here is everyone's included on this boat, or because it is oneness. There is only one of us here. So to be exclusionary in any way, and obviously in this world, money is how we that's the main way that we exclude. Um, we're not doing that. So when you come on, if you're interested, it's got to be that the desire for a moneyless society, a worldwide one, and a real heart's desire. It's just your fulfillment yourself, and your joy to share your wisdom, just to give it away for free. And then all of us have, because we still have the matrix, we all have, we're all for hire personally. um, so, know that you can go on my website, megrokel.com, and see other healers like Vasvi, who's here today. And then I'm going to start networking with people like Miriam, right? She'll be like our functional nutrition person. So you'll have all of her teaching available, but you can go talk to her personally for your own stuff. So we're 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 building. We want you on board. Everybody's on board. Come meet people in the chats. We've got incredible people. You're gonna just love everybody here. Brainstorm with us. If you want to be a guest on this current setup, the Natural Healing Radio Hour, DM me. If you want to work at the structural level, if you're a big tech person, if you know a potential benefactor, if you do production, that kind of stuff, DM me as well. Although you can please do it in the chat as well. Please connect in the chat as well. Hi, everybody. Hi, Deanne, Annette, Jean, Scott, Mike, Stephen, Richard. Great to see you. Okay, other updates tomorrow. We're going to have Randolph on for a return visit. So he's been going through so much cool stuff. I get these reports. I love when you all send me reports. It's so fun. It's just a great reading, where you have the healing breakthrough and then you have this insight and whatever. As we heal, it's just all this stuff comes clear. So Randolph was beautifully shaken by Miriam's joy yesterday, and how she was describing just living her life from fulfillment. And he's now dropped a lot of veils from the pain that was operating. So just healing, he calls it cuddling, right? All of this wounding is opening up. But what happens, and I've witnessed this so many times, and it's in myself as well, is that then you reach this sort of raw aliveness of your being, where you're not operating from your wounds, but you haven't yet started to move only from truth, only from your body, only from how your being wants to move. And it was like terrifying. It's like, oh my God, I'm going to ask myself what I want. Like, I just can't even imagine. So, I know, right? So Miriam says, "Oh, Rand, I'm so happy for you." Yeah, it's just beautiful healing. I get incredible reports from him every day. And there's this sort of shaking, I don't, how do I live from what I want? Like, that just seems crazy. But that's that's why I'm not a clinical psychologist. I'm a fulfillment advisor. It's like, that's natural law. That's what we're meant for. When we clear our system of the programming, they just want to move toward fulfillment. But it's a level of energy, and it's a level of it feels like a leap of faith. It feels like walking off a cliff. It feels like you are groundless, because you're not able to reference your old programming anymore, and you can't measure how things are going and you can't guarantee anything, you can't predict anything because you're off the grid, you're offline, you are a wild thing again, which is your natural state. And I promise life only brings you to fulfillment. But what Randolph and I are going to talk about tomorrow, hi Randolph, I'm just prepping everybody for tomorrow, is this like stepping in to what you want and leaning all the way in that leaning into that aliveness so fully as to not know yourself anymore. It's to really just take that leap. And Miriam yesterday is such an example of that. It's just a joy. So and I just want to affirm this, like, for anybody as you're healing this. I've talked about it before. It feels like a compass whirring. Like, I don't know where, like, where's this going? How do I know anything? That's good. A good sign. That means that you're not on somebody else's map that was programmed into you. That means you're free. You're like Pinocchio. You've cut your strings. And again, life, according to natural law, life with a capital L, you can call it God, you could call her goddess, you could call it reality, you could call it nature, you could call it source, you could call it oneness, whatever it is, life, I like life, will just card sort you right into everything. And we'll always move toward fulfillment. And this gathering of everyone is going like that. Like, I didn't plan this, I'm not doing it. And yet people who sort of just fit, like, they're gathering around a round table, right? We're gathering on this boat, just naturally work together. So Miriam and I, we just liked each other on Substack, and turns out completely and utterly complementary, nutritional information. Same with Randolph. He's just the perfect PR guy, but we just are clicking together. Vasvi, Al, all of us, everybody here. So I we're all finding out how we fit together and how this thing is going to launch and who goes where and who does what. And it has to be built from the new and old paradigm, which isn't a paradigm, it isn't a belief system, it's just the surrender into how nature life does it. And she's going to do it in a surprising way, and she's going to do it in a thorough way. She's also she's how do I want to say, like, it's nonlinear. It's nonlinear. So, yesterday I was like, oh my God, I have all these people DMing me, and it's all these new people, and little old thoughts of, like, that I have to do something, that I have to figure something out, that I should do, get back to 1, 2, 3, and 4 people, and do it in a structured way. I can't, I physically can't do that anymore. It was a great idea. It was not a great idea, but it is the idea from our world, right? That we've been indoctrinated to basically be robots, and work in this linear fashion. But especially women, we are nonlinear creatures. So what I did instead was I went to the hot tub and responded to people how I felt to, and it all works out just fine. So we're all gonna we're all going to we're going to build only from joy, from it being fun. And as you come on to our chats and put your hat in the ring, it was probably a wrong metaphor, this is definitely not a fight, is is to stay with your joy. Like, what, like, if we're building a free world, right? And this arc is like a free virtual village or the new PBS, what would be your favorite thing to do? What would you want to teach? What would you want to do with your time? It wouldn't have to be virtual. What would you want to do on the ground? Like, how would you spend your days if there were no limits, if there was no money, if there was no no walls? That's how we want you to show up here. So it's just joyful everything you do. I learned nothing is linear. Totally, totally, totally. Doesn't work that way. It's way too rich. Hi, my own thoughts. Hi, seeker. Okay, so that's all. That's the rule. Is just have fun and let it be fulfilling. Okay, so today I want to kind of extend this exploration into the moment, out of time. For those who haven't heard me say it before, I'll often say, like, time and money are our two biggest delusions, and they're the same delusion, really. And it's time. It's a it's a delusion that there's time. Some people will say time is the fourth dimension. There's a lot of talk about that these days. I don't I don't care. I don't care. Sure, it's another dimension, but it's still a dimension in this moment, in the same way that um there's the ant dimension and then the bird dimension. They're still all happening in this one moment. It's not there's space between them, but we put time in there, and we get a little lost. Um and you might even say there's no space, but that's that's not my purview. I'm interested in time because that's where everybody's suffering is. It's in imagining a separate self, which doesn't actually exist. So it's yourself, right? Your little person in time, like in a movie. And you're in the past and you're in regret, or you're in the future and you're in fear. This is where all of our trouble is. Um, and so um, fear is really the trouble, and fear is in time. So fear is fear is people will sometimes mistake, like I saw a video recently, and there was a little kitten who was abused in their foster home, and the kitten was really really reactive and like hissing at um, a mother cat who was not their mother but was brought in to calm this kitten down. And the kitten is hissing and jumping and cowering in the corner, and fight, flight, some freezing. And uh, what the mother cat did was just get into its little area and was just calmly approaching the kitten, and slowly but surely just sat down, didn't didn't come up close, didn't insist, just presence, just pure unadulterated presence. And the little kitten was fighting around, and then slowly but surely just sat next to the other mother cat, and then slowly but surely kind of put their head on the mother cat. That is our nature. That is healing without time. We are just like that kitten. We have been, you could say, traumatized. We have been hurt. We have these conditioned in reactions to a trigger, right? So um, when there were other people or animals around, this kitten had a reaction because they'd been hurt before. But the persistence of a calm presence naturally calmed the kitten's body down. That's the same for our healing. What humans do is we have the same response that kitten does, but now we go into our story of time, and we go into a fear story of what could happen. And we believe that story instead of sticking with the presence, whether it's a unconditional presence of another person, or what we do here, which is we can only really heal ourselves. So it's our own unconditional presence coming in. You saw that video. Yeah, it's so beautiful. Their own unconditional presence coming in and calming that inner kitten down. So the trouble is fear, and fear is 100% of the time just a story of yourself in time. And it isn't real. That isn't actually occurring. The only thing occurring is like with the kitten, right? The adrenaline goes up, there's tension in the shoulders, there's a backing away, and then this slow dissolve from all that natural primal survival system. Humans, we have the same recoil, and then we go into a whole story. Okay, I gotta be nice, and I gotta fawn, or I gotta perform or pretend in order to not get hurt again in this situation. And we put on a mask, and now we've got an identity, and we've got patterns of behavior that are far, far away from that raw response that actually needs the attention. That would just be us, not in that conversation with somebody who's actually we don't want to be in a conversation with, but rather sitting in a comfortable chair and healing ourselves from that reaction. Um, And then all of therapy is this indulgence of the story in time and processing of it and processing the emotions, which are down the line patterns, post belief, post time. So beliefs that I'm not good enough, that I'm damaged, that I've been broken, that I am traumatized, that I'll never get better, that I've got a chemical disorder, that I've got, on and on and on. And now we're even further away from our bodies, from the moment. We're just in our story of time, and we're disembodied. So 100% of fear is due to time, and 100% of healing is in collapsing time, is in showing all the way up into the moment so fully that it's just like that kitten and that mother cat, right? Where presence, clarity, um, timelessness, the timelessness of the moment, which is just your pure awareness, is my pure awareness, same, comes so fully into the body that the body senses the safety that's here and isn't in the horror show of time, right? So, and this goes for money too. We have this story of money. All of it is just this horror show and then we're in the horror show, and we're not in reality. Reality's the portal to reality is the body. And when we show so fully up, um, everything is here. Like the healing is here, the natural next movement is here. That's and we talked, whenever we talked about this, maybe it was Tuesday, of how the mind, the one mind, will show up to serve and support what the body wants. It'll remind, like yesterday I was like feeling my body and I was like, I could use a soak, but I was like, oh, I have a thing left on my punch card for the tub, right? And I was like, I didn't, if I had referenced my mind, it wouldn't have made sense yesterday at all days, to go do this thing. And especially as late as I went, but I was like, no, I want to go. and, and my mind reminded me of the punch card. It reminded me that they're open late. It reminded me that I can go, I can do a same day appointment. And so I was just following the body, and it led me into this really rich experience. So, so that's what we're doing. We're gonna come into awareness. We're gonna collapse time. We're gonna come so fully into the moment, and in this moment, there is no fear. There is no fear. That cat, just reaction. But then we meet it, and it's like the well, I'm going to read. This is a good time. I'm going to read what Vasi wrote me, because this is so. This is just poetry. Okay, she says, just wanted to share. I've been playing with timelessness and being in the now, and just a full day meditating and practicing noticing eternal timelessness, and it's really healing my heart. Like my whole throat to sternum area feels like one of those crunchy slimes being played with. It is so satisfying. It's like I can't reach that area in time. It has to be so in the now. I'm just going to keep doing this, I think, for a long time. It's like awareness is the father and I'm the daughter. Testify. Um, and what that reminded me is what Jesus said. I and my Father are one. I and my Father are one. There's no time. There's no split. That's all Jesus knew. People tout Jesus. First of all, we all can discover I and my Father are one. There is nothing special, but he's deemed a morally superior person. It's not morals. This isn't being a good person. That's just being a full person, being so fully present as to realize I and my Father are one. Where's the split? I have to tell a story. And of course, we've been conditioned with all kinds of stories about who we are, and we're sinful and we're bad and we have to work hard and we're not worth anything. And we're right. Story. Merge the two, awareness and the body. Where's the story? I and my Father are one. There's nobody even here to 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 tell that story about. So Um, so so healing is the realization that you're God. It's the same thing. Healing means returning to wholeness. That you and your Father are one, that there is no separation, that you were never lost, that the whole story in time wasn't true. And everyone is capable of that right now. And literally all it is not believing in time, right? It's, what did she say? I can't reach that area in time, right? We, we don't stall. We don't, this is why I'm doing this. It's like I'm done with the courses, I'm done with the process, I'm done with step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for healing, or not to mention like ceremonies and spiritual practice and sitting on mats and all of that. All of that feeds the delusion of time, and it feeds the delusion that there's a separate self here who's going to earn their way to God, earn their way to healing, earn their way to mental health. I don't know. No, 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 none of that's actually real. There's just a meeting. I and my Father are one. I am the Father and the daughter, right? Hi, Michael. Hi, Cody. Hi, Caroline. Hi, John, Chuck, Ken, John. It's good to see you all. Michelle, Cody. Randolph says, I guess it's appropriate to shout out loud like at church. Preach it, sister. Yes, need to feed the body. Yes, yes, we need to feed the body. Yes, we need to be in the body. And then when I and my Father are one, which could be right now. So I'm inside my own body. The body, so now we've got a really, really good father or mother, right? The pure awareness, and then the body, the daughter, um, are right together. And we've talked about this, it's like the masculine and the feminine, right together. And then feeding the body, the father does not betray the daughter, does not leave her, does not abandon her. They, go right with her. So the body wants spaghetti, he gives her spaghetti. We're become so attentive to ourselves um, that we don't miss what's true for this body. And really, this is where we've all been. We've been split off because the stories of fear, the stories in time, split us off. Here's awareness. Here's the body. We're far, far, far from her. And so we're coming in, I cannot reach that area in time. No, it isn't a process. We just come in. And this is what we've been doing, right? Just go in like it's a burning building. Go in. Don't hesitate. Don't give yourself a process. That's a story somebody told you that you'll get better, right? I mean, the whole like religion is a story that you'll you'll be saved in death, right? But then add anything, right? The story of money, when you get more money, the story of when you do good deeds, right? When you sacrifice enough, a million things that just give you this that steals your energy. It steals your power. It steals the truth. It steals the natural progression to eating what you want to eat for dinner. um, so this is it. I mean, it's literally this. It's our healing and our salvation, our fulfillment is just simply showing up so thoroughly in our skin and not giving ourselves a process to do that. Now would be the time. So, um, so that's what we're going to do. So what I want to do is an exploration. We're calling them explorations. I used to call them meditations, but meditation is such a I don't know, it's such a loaded word, and it isn't like a meditation. It's just this exploration of the moment of what's actually here. And in doing that, I want to show you that it's all one. And I want to hear from you what fears, what flashes, you know, think of like a movie. It's like it flashes these images, and then we put it in a linear thing, and that it gives you the illusion of time. But in your direct experience, right, you just see one frame at a time. You don't actually see them, and and it's always the same awareness, just getting the same. It's a moment flashing, right? There isn't actually another moment. so so when I walk us into this, what I want to do is sort of like and ask me anything afterward, or like just ask questions or share what flashes as the contender for something real. Because so meaning, is it like, what's the fear, right? Is it fear of not having money, fear of going crazy, fear of being a bad person, fear of, right? There's going to be this um, uh, wound, flash, shock, harm, story, belief, thought, whatever you want to say, from the past that flashes, that wants to take your attention away from the moment. And then we miss the healing, we miss the um, immersion with our being, with our whole body. So um, so like Randolph, right? He's had all this opening and all this vibrancy, and his days are full of so much more joy. And yet, as that was started to open up, and as the oneness and the fullness of life comes in, there's this flash of like, ask for what I want, like, oh no. And I want to know, what's the fear? What does it show you is a problem with that? Right? This is like I've said before, I don't care if you call it a demon, a spirit, a spell, a thought, a belief, none of the all the same. It's a flash of an old story. It's our shared programming, and we'll see how it's not that different. But what is it that puts that enters time into the equation, and that creates a veil, creates a block, creates a split between you and you, between I and my Father are one, right? So that's what I want to do, is a little exploration to see that. Welcome everybody. Hi Rocco, good to see you. Randall, my own thoughts, Alyssa, Denise, Sherry. So does that sound good? We'll do a little exploration, and then compare notes. Share with each other, what's the flash, what's the image in time, the fear, the thing that pulls us out of this immersion. Osvi says, okay, good. I usually need a restroom break. I'm taking it now. Talk amongst yourselves. Please hold. Okay. Oh, here we go. Randall says he already knows. Inflation, medical bills, broken water heater, car breaks down. Okay, good. So we're going to go, what's the fear? What's the fear? What is it? Homelessness? Is it starvation? Is it death? Is it go all the way to the end of that? It's great that they're already here, but we're gonna do this exercise, and we'll see what everybody comes up with. And then we'll see how it's all just an illusion. It's just a film flash. But I did want to mention that Randolph, is it tonight that you have the men's meeting? We have a great men's group gathering over there, men. And Randolph is creating Zoom meetings, and I think there's one tonight. It's in the men's group chat on my page, but I wanted to mention it here so I don't forget. Am I right, Randolph? Is it tonight at 7 Pacific? Anyway, the great thing to join. Amazing men here. And you men healing is like, tell you, sexiest thing ever, coolest thing ever. It's what's needed. I mean, all of us, but yes, 7 p.m. Pacific. Okay, great. And the Zoom link is in the chat. Great. Okay, cool. Cool group of guys. Okay, so hi Deborah. So let's do this exploration. Let's see what we find. I'm gonna kind of do a little more of a full walk in, because it's a mixed group here today, and so I want to really thoroughly walk us into our full field of our body and the full field of oneness. And then we're gonna see what what glitches still remain. Um, Also, there's all kinds of other meditations or explorations that I have on Inside Timer. You can go to my website or go to my Substack. The free healing part of the free healing tab on both Substack and megrockwell.com will take you to all kinds of other meditations and explorations. So this is not, you got like 50 others to choose from. You're welcome to keep your eyes open. I'm going to, hi Freeman. I'm going to close mine today, and then we'll open them later. So, but just listen to whatever feels good to you, and we'll go from there. Okay. So we always start with this very basic thing, which is there's something that's looking. So it's the background awareness, background witness, that which sees your thoughts, that which feels your body. So it's that which is seeing or witnessing, and that which is feeling as well. So you're just aware of awareness. I want you to notice how that pure witness doesn't have a shape, it doesn't have a form, it's formless. It isn't located in your head, it isn't located anywhere, it's non-local. Now you could say it isn't located anywhere, but it's also located everywhere. So that which is looking, see if you can find a place where it isn't. So exploring in the body, is there awareness in the body? You might notice a spot in the body that's a little painful or a little dull, but just look. Can awareness go in there anyway? And can you see that awareness can be aware of the air in the room, the sounds? See if that which receives everything, that which notices everything, is it a mile down the road behind you? Is it several feet above you, a mile down into the earth? Notice there's nowhere where it ends. It's not your thoughts, it's that which sees thought, the container of all things, the witness of all things. That witness is the same witness. It's that which is looking out of my eyes and that which is looking out of your eyes. It's also that which looks out of the plants and the rocks and the computers. All form has formlessness behind it. So notice and feel the vastness of that which is looking, the endless vastness of it. And that it's always there. Notice that that awareness, that which is looking, is always looking. Doesn't matter what thought comes, doesn't matter what the sensation is, doesn't matter if it's pain or pleasure. It doesn't matter. The witness remains. It remains peaceful. It remains consistent and reliable. You can rest as this awareness. It can rest as this ever present witness. It's your truest face. It's the one who will always, always be here. It doesn't go away. Consciousness does not come out of the brain. Formlessness, conscious, awake, aware formlessness, pure witnessing is God's eye, Goddess's eye. It's the one eye. And form comes out of it, out of you. So you were like, I'm going to be this creature this time around. This being is my favorite, and I'm going to go with them. And then we have conditioning that takes us away from our body, away from the full expression of our being, because we have stories that make believe that there's such a thing as time. But in this moment, there's only sensation of form. But with your eyes closed, you might notice even solid form gets suspect. So if you just want to start feeling your chest, feel your lungs and your sternum and your rib cage, just feel them. You don't have to focus on your breath. You don't have to do anything. In fact, let yourself be completely unmanaged. Don't manage the body. This body doesn't need management. It just needs attentiveness. It just needs you, awareness, to be close, to cuddle up. And the body will operate itself because life is operating it. So feeling your lungs, feeling your whole chest, feeling your heart. It's just the sensation. What does the sensation feel like? Dive all the way in. Feel your chest like you've never felt your chest before. Feel where it's a little sticky and painful. Awareness, pure witness, can go right into the middle of where it's painful, where it's achy, where there's a catch, where the muscle is tight, where there's a dull, achy bit. You can feel into your shoulder blades and your spinal cord. Dive deep into your spinal cord. As you do this, I'm naturally moving, letting the body just move. When the body is finally listened to, heard, touched, felt, embodied, it wants to release and do its thing. It hasn't been allowed to move and express. And you are the one that can allow it. You are completely okay with whatever this body wants to do. Not one story is relevant here about it. So here's awareness, Here's the sensation. The sensation might want you to stretch or twist or moan or cry or move or shake or get in bed. It's very direct. Here's formless awareness, you, immortal awareness. Here's the body. Go right in from the inside out. So feeling your inside of the rib cage, in between the ribs, all the way through the skin of the chest. Feel around your shoulder blades. Feel the tissues and the muscle and the top of the shoulders. Feel like you're deeply, deeply inhabiting your shoulders, the whole front of your chest, the back of your chest, and right in the middle, deep in the heart. Feel cozied up inside your own chest. Don't delay. There is no time. There's no other moment. This is it. Don't create a process. That's all lies. Just be with yourself, finally. So, so, so intimate, like lovers. Feel your blood. Feel the connective tissue from inside your shoulders. Feel the upper arms and the bones. And however you want to move and release and stretch, it's all welcome. Feel your elbows. Feel you're really like inside your wrists and forearms and hands, like fitting inside a glove. But that glove is made of light and air. Because as you feel into your body, so really feeling your chest now, feeling the fullness of your arms all through the shoulder blades, down into the diaphragm, letting the diaphragm drop, letting everything be soft. Feeling the center of your solar plexus underneath your rib cage there. Feeling so, so intimate. Where does your chest begin and end in direct experience? You'd have to go up into time and into a thought, but feel the sensation, feel the chest. Feel from deep inside the chest, through the ribs, through the skin, through the chair, and out into the room. Where's the line? Where's there the separation? You're not going to be able to find it. You have to tell a story. I, the body, and my Father, you, the awareness, are one. Where is there separation? The more intimate and the closer and the more embodied you get, you're not going to find one. And where there's a little catch, where there's a knot, where there's pain, see for yourself. Go in. Notice you can go in. So feel your whole solar plexus. Feel all deep in your top of your gut there. Feeling into all the organs of your belly. Feel the belly button. Feel the stomach and the intestines. You might notice that you hold in your stomach a bit. No problem. Go further in. See what happens. See when you, as the witness, are so close as to cuddle with your body. The body relaxes just like they're being cuddled. They sense safety. They sense timelessness. Fear can't get in. There's no room for fear. There's no room for time when you're this intimate with yourself. Feeling the tops of the hips and the lower intestines coming the top of the pelvis. You don't have to hold your pelvis either. There's not a separate self operating this. Life's running it. We're witnessing and we're being intimate. And then everything functions, and it functions in toward fulfillment always. It will always, always fulfill itself. The belly will fulfill itself. The pelvis will fulfill itself. The being will fulfill themselves. They'll adjust in their chair. They'll stretch. They'll grab some water. Feeling all the way down to the base of the pelvis, bottom of the pelvis, the tailbone, the sit bones. Let your awareness drop all the way down. Feel that you're really rooted in the bottom of your pelvis. And feel how those roots go through the tailbone, through the sit bones, just all these beautiful lines of energy. Your field is large. The physical field, which is an energetic field, is big. And then it's connected to the one field. There's zero separation. You're part of the mycelial network of beings on this planet, of every in this world, in this universe. There's no separation. There's no point at which you were cut off. There's only a story of being cut off, a story of separation, a story of a problem. And then that has a feeling, maybe in your pelvis. But if we go right into that feeling, wherever it's cloudy or painful, wherever there's a kind of gap in sensation, well, that story ends right there. Where does the story go when you're so intimate with your own body, with your own being? When you see for yourself as oneness, there's no separation between you and the chair, you and the grass, you and the soil, you and the air in the room. Feel the clothes on your skin and your legs. Feel the skin itself, the layers of skin, and then down into the muscle, and then down into the bone. Awareness can go right into the bone. It can go right into the joint to the knees. You, immortal awareness, what's looking, are so unconditionally in love with this body. Forget the stories, they're not real. You want to be so close to this body, to cuddle all the way up, inside the knees, inside the thighs. Be as close as you've ever been, as cuddled up as you've ever been with your own body. Feeling the calf muscles and the shin bones and the tendons that connect them and the blood pumping through your legs and the energy. You can feel energy coursing, the nervous system, the beautiful, ever flowing energy. But you don't have to do anything about, you don't have to fix, you don't have to know anything about. It doesn't have any name. We just feel the body, feel the ankles, feel the vibrancy of the feet. The feet are alive, and there's sensation in between your toes and in your toenails and the arch of your feet. And there's beautiful streams of energy pouring off your feet down into the ground, and then from the ground all the way up into your feet. So feeling from inside your foot, feel the bones of inside your foot, and then feel through the pads of your foot down into the shoes, the socks, down into the ground. Look and feel that continuity. We come back up to the shoulders, really just letting the shoulders relax and be soft, and again keep moving or doing whatever the body feels to do. There is zero restriction on the body. You can notice that which is looking, that container that's viewing everything, feeling everything, holding everything, runs through everything, you are quiet, you are still, you are pure silence itself. And there's all this aliveness inside and moving through the silence. The aliveness of your throat, of your neck. There's all this sensation. So it's like music. Music is made from the silence that holds it, and then the sounds that move through it. Your body is a piece of music. It's an energetic, alive light show, musical, orchestral movement. And you're the silent witness enjoying it. So enjoy the whole of your neck. Feel your throat, feel the skin of your neck, feel the spine, deep inside the spine, feel the spinal cord itself. You can't know if you're feeling it, you just go. Just go. Whatever the sensation is, just go right in. Feel it, feel yourself. And as you're inside the neck, there's this natural exploration that you, pure awareness, you want to be so close and you want to soothe and be intimate with this body. You want to go to the sore spots. There's only a story otherwise. But feel the back of your neck. Feel the spinal cord meeting the brain stem, meeting the brain itself. You can roll your head or stretch, whatever you feel to do. Feel that the back of the head is nice and open, feeling through this brain, through the skull, through the hair follicles, and out. Almost like feeling your hair, if you have hair, but feeling the streams of energy at the back of the head. And then feel your ears and deep between your ears, so deep in the brain, middle of the brain. Deep behind the eyes and in between the ears, and kind of forward from the brainstem. Just feel that you're there. You're feeling your brain. You're inside your own head. And there's just sensation. What does the brain feel like? What does the skull feel like? Don't give it a name, just feel it. Feel the top of the head. Feel that it's nice and open. The skull is permeable because it is. The skull is made of air and light, just like the rest of you. Feel that. Feel the airy quality, the light quality of the skull, of the brain. Closer we get, it's like where's the solidity? You just move right through it. Feel through your forehead and in between your brows and deep behind your eyes and the whole eye socket. Feel the whole forebrain. Feel the eyeballs inside and underneath the brows, inside the sinus cavity, inside the cheekbones and behind the cheekbones, the roof of the mouth, the teeth, the nose, under the eyes, the lips. Feel it all. Feel every sensation in your face. Feel your jaw, the tongue, the back of the tongue. the lips, the chin. Feel how it just moves right into your neck. You're not doing this. You're not managing yourself. You don't have to manage your face. You don't have to manage your head. You don't have to manage your neck, your shoulders, your hands, your chest, feeling all through everything again. And wherever there's a little bit of what feels separate, what feels hard to get to, what feels like pain or dullness or not, don't believe one thing about it. I want you to go right in. Feel all the way into it. Feel inside the knot, inside the pain. Don't hesitate. It's not an urgency, it's just love. It's like love goes right through the door. It doesn't stall. It has a fierce loving quality to it. So fiercely love your whole body now, all at once. Fiercely be there for her, for him, for them. Show up all the way inside your own skin. Wherever there's a little cloudiness, even more there. All the way from the top of the head to the tailbone to the bottoms of the feet, all the way to the front of yourself. So filling the front of yourself like filling a cup, and then filling the back of yourself. We're often not very embodied in the back of ourselves. So all the way to the back of yourself, filling the bottom, the tailbone. Let your pelvis be really filled with your own feeling, with your own presence. And from feeling so cozy and intimate and inside your own skin, inside your own muscles and bones, inside the whole front, sides, back, top, and bottom. Now feel through the body. So feel through the skin, and from inside the skin into the air in the room. And from the air in the room through the walls. And through the walls out into the street, out into nature, out into the soil, the ground, up into the sky, behind you, below you, above you, to the sides. Notice there's no cutoff. You can feel your true body, the one body. This unique body is also real, but we miss the connectedness to the larger body, the one body that we are. So feeling, you can do it again. You can go down into your bones again, deep inside the body, and then feel through the muscles, skin, and out again. And from out, way, way out, and down into the soil, back into the body. You can just swim in this one body, this one presence, this one energy. And continue to let yourself move and hone what this body that's now been deeply listened to and attended to, because this body has been neglected, as all of us have been. It's like, oh gosh, there's a whole painful piece in my heart that, great, and continue to cuddle up with that piece. Or a lump in my throat, great, continue to do that, and give it no time. Just be close all day long. Cuddle up. I and my father are one. I and my mother are one. I and God, me and me, we are one. Just two sides of the same coin. And we're merging now. We're not letting anything split us apart again. Not that you've ever been separate. You've never actually left your body. You never actually, but you haven't centered your awareness inside the body. And so now that it's centering in the body will lead you, life will lead you as a body into fulfillment. In the same way that a father would never, a devoted father doesn't let his child go astray. So you as pure awareness are the devoted parent to you as this body, and you will not leave their side. You will not leave their cells. You will not leave their heart. You're devoted. You're in. You're committed. You're married. You are the lifetime partner. Okay, we're going to experiment with opening your eyes in your own time, and doing this process again where you can feel the deep inner spaces of the body, in the bones, in the center of the heart, spinal cord, and then through the rib cage, through the skin, out again, just feeling that continuous, formless body that you are. And you're being constantly sourced by life. You're not missing anything. You're not shut off. You're not unsafe. You're not even operating this thing. And anytime, you can always just check. You can always just feel it. Feel this. Feel the oneness again. Feel the continuity. Feel the connectedness. Feel deep inside your body and through it. And you'll just do that more and more. You're just going to keep encountering yourself, letting the body bring you into reality and out of time. And every time there's a pain, every time there's a chatty voice, it's just an invitation to come closer into that part that has felt like a part instead of connected. And that's the process, which isn't really a process. It's more a direct, in the moment meeting. Welcome to those who came while we were exploring. I want to hear from you. I want to hear how that went, how you're feeling. Can you sense this connectedness? Can you sense safety? Can you sense that you, as pure awareness, can go right in to any part of the body, that you are one, and that you are the healer for yourself? Did you get that sense? And then how those fears, those flashes of time, those little playful demon spirits, did they come try to convince you to play with them? Play with the devil. Not the devil, just beliefs, just old beliefs. Same. So how'd it go? Bill, Richard, Christina, Sdam, Carolyn, Albert, Davis. Great to see you all. Jack. Healing is free. Nice name. Evangeline, Larry. Chatting here, you don't have to lose any of this. You don't have to kind of put on a persona and interact, right? It's just you looking at you. It's different form, right? It's the ocean of pure awareness of us as one consciousness. And this is just a different waveform, and you're a different waveform. But we're just looking at ourselves, and we're reflecting back like, oh yeah, it was like this, yeah. And then healing the same thoughts, the same beliefs. It's all shared. I haven't found a new one for a long time. So let me know. Let me know if you're feeling good, feeling that deep connectedness, or if you're running into trouble. Both are welcome. Okay. David says, I once felt this completely for 8 hours. It is new for me to access it on purpose to this degree. I can't quite get there, but seems I could with practice. Great. Okay. Can't quite get there. There's something in saying that. It's as if we're going to go somewhere. So Davis, are you, you feel like you're aware of awareness? Like, here's this awareness that's what's looking out of your eyes, the same thing looking out of my eyes. And then can that awareness feel through your body? Can it be aware of all the sensations in the body and then go through the body? Just notice. That isn't going anywhere, not going anywhere. We're just really just being here. And you're already there. You are already that awareness. You're already this body. And the awareness is just feeling through the body. So just doing that with me, right? Like, here we are looking at each other. And then can that which is looking feel through your body? Feel through your stomach, feel through into the air in the room, and just explore. Notice, feel. Is there a continuity there? Does it feel good to touch the body from the inside? Does the body feel more relaxed? That's it. It's nothing fancy. Pure peace with all that is. Let's see. Then one day there was no separation. I was just in awe, pure peace with all that is. Yeah. Yeah. But here's the tricky little story of time. There was this day that I felt pure peace. That day, here we are. Tell me, where isn't pure peace? Is your mind chatty? It's fine. Is that which sees the mind peaceful? And can that peaceful witness go where that might be in the body? That says, there was this time, but I'm not there yet, right? I'm missing it. There's a separate self that's missing it. You're going to feel that somewhere. Is there a glitch in your throat? Something in your solar plexus? Don't give it time. There was no other time. And that pure peace is who you are. So that which is looking, is it peaceful? And can it bring that peaceful right into where it doesn't feel peace? It hasn't sensed the mother that's here. So just everybody doing this with us, right? That's exactly what fear does. It goes, there's another time and I need to get somewhere, right? So it's a hallucinating a separation. But don't believe there's a separation in time and that there's a separate self here that's going to go do something. That's just a story. So where it feels separate, where the body feels separate, touch there and show it that there's no separation. Show the part that's saying there isn't peace. I'm not, that, there was this time that was peaceful. Go right in and show it peace. Right? It's insisting on its separation. I'm a guy who's not getting it, and I got it another time. Probably is that I'm not good enough. That would be my version of it, right? Not good enough, and I miss it, but but with practice. And I understand, I totally understand, like, heard it a million times, said it myself. But that itself is a little piece that's telling a story in time. So where is that in the body? And can we bring attention there to show it the piece that's here? So tell me how that's going. Hi, John. Randolph says, Sorry, I missed these. Randolph said, yes, lots of thoughts inviting me to dance with the devil. Yeah. You practice Vipassana for 4 years. That is the practice. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I'm just tapping on this like one that wants to practice, that one that is like, there was this time, because it just gives us that it's a delay tactic. It's a self who wants to get somewhere. And I have an enormous compassion for it, but I'm not going to let it get away with it. Doesn't matter what you've ever done. I want the part that's going to do something in time. Where is it in the body? To meet timelessness, to feel timelessness. This isn't an exercise for a self. There's no one who can do this. This was just an exploration of what's already done. It's already done. Thy will has already been done. Life has already set this thing up. You don't have to do a thing. I should say that probably 10 times in any exploration. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. Nope, still don't have to do anything. Don't have to do anything. I'm just sort of guiding you, and you let whatever is natural unwind. This isn't a practice. It isn't a, we're not going anywhere. We're definitely not going anywhere. There's nowhere to go. So if we aren't going anywhere, there's no time, and there wasn't, it's like there's no accumulation. There's no accumulation of practice where you someday get it. It's a trap. It's a trick. And we all fall for it all the time. But tell me, Davis, if there was no more time, if there was, right, there's no time, there's no practice, you don't have to practice this. Or we could pretend that we're at the end of time. We're at the last moment of your life. We're at the last day of your practice. You got it now. What would you have gotten? It's really just a full show up in the moment. It's really finally feeling that thing that you don't quite want to feel. You want to have a practice and a process and skip, just like kick the can down the road a little bit in the future. Versus complete encounter with this moment. The whole body is embodied. There is no more practice. You never have to practice. You never ever do. You don't need practice. And so I'm just experimenting with this for now. How's that feel? Of like, this is it. This is the last moment. If you have no more moments to practice, will you show up totally for this one now? And then notice that that's what peace is. Peace is no more time. The whole body sensing the safety that's here, of its oneness, of its heldness, of it not having to run the show. Right? We hallucinate a separate self in here managing this thing, but it doesn't exist. What we're doing is surrendering to feel the oneness that runs the show. And it doesn't have an agenda. It doesn't work in time. It always just moves to fulfillment. It stays in peace. Because it isn't in resistance. There isn't an agenda. There isn't a story of time that's gonna create a tension. Tell me how that's going, Davis, how this is landing. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Woo. Hi, John. Hi, Margaret. Sovereign Feminine. Nice name. We're practicing oneness awareness, pure witnessing, showing all the way up into the moment, through the body, in and through the body. So what is it to erase time and show up so completely to this moment, feeling that? We don't heal in time. We don't practice in time. We don't meditate in time. We just show up now. Just show up. Full show up. No more time. If there's no more time, we just show up. Right? No hesitation. Anybody else feel like sharing? Randolph, what were those flashes? So what's the contender? What is the devil saying? Dance with the devil. What are you sure you have to pay attention to other than this, other than the moment, other than the full show up in the flesh? What is the devil convincing you exists? Davis says, the way I understand practice is what you are saying, which is to show up completely in the body, which is my vessel from which to experience oneness. Yes, good. Yes, absolutely. I'm just I'm like wanting us to not even talk about practice right now. It's like that there's no more practice. Imagining we don't practice anymore. We don't have a practice. We never did practice. We're not going to practice. There's no more practice. So it's like game time. Right? No more practice, game time. So if it's game time, and it is, how does that feel? If you were stripped of all practice, how does this moment feel? How does your body feel? Come with me and fully inside your own flesh and bone, right here. Tell me what you see. Tell me how you feel when it's 100% game time. We need your full show up. We need you. You can't practice ever again. I can start calling it exploring if you want. Oh, sure. It's call it whatever word you want. Totally. And I don't mean to say that there's not value in practice and exploring. I'm just wanting to hear from you the sensation, the um, realization that happens when there's no more time, there's no more process of practice or exploring. That's kind of what we're exploring today, is just that full embodied moment. And so, because here's what I notice: if it's a full show up, we're not we it's there's peace here. Peace is here because we have to create time. We have to go into time to not feel peace. Now, there might be energy, there might be all kinds of things that trigger stories, but again, if we're fully here in the body, no other moment in time. There's no future. There's no past. We can't track ourselves at all. Just looking for what occurs there. I want you to share because we all benefit from that. Davis says, I like that. Okay, good. Grounded and expansive. Great. Thank you, Sovereign Feminine. Yes. Good. Yeah. Grounded and expansive. Exactly. It's everything, that whole thing of like, what's looking is what you're looking for St. Francis's statement. Everything is here. So you're looking for peace, you miss that you're in it. You are it. You're looking for groundedness, you miss that it's grounded. You're looking for expansiveness and ascension, you miss that it's expansive. Like Sovereign Feminine said, right? It's all here. All that you seek is here. It's always been here, it'll always be here. And we only need show all the way up to feel it. It's like, oh, there it is. There's the peace. There's this feeling of safety because I can feel surrounded and held, right? The cuddle of your own awareness, of our awareness, cuddling with that wounded heart that needs to feel loved and has been looking for love, has been looking for safety, has been looking for peace. You wrap that attention right around it. You fully embody your heart. There's the peace. There's the love. There's the endless safety and spaciousness. expansiveness. So awareness, oneness, witness has everything in it. And so whatever the body is saying, I'm missing, whatever, and the stories, we go show it. Oh, look, it's here. Look, it's here. And it's self-confirming. It's self-realizing. You don't need a belief. You don't need a practice. You don't need to be convinced. You, in the same way that if you were eating food together, and I was like, we just are tasting it. It's like, oh, it tastes good. Oh, there's peace. Oh, there's love here. I'm being loved by myself. Davis says, a lot of it is the comparing mind that gets in the way. I get that. I will keep trying. Great. Exactly. There it is. There's the separate self that's like, I'm not good enough. I'm missing this. I'm not getting it. That's a thought. So let me just ask the comparing mind, no matter what story in time, story of a self goes that we get captivated by, it has a place in the body where it hangs out. So you caught the story, and you're already awake to the story. You're already realizing it's not real, right? Comparison is totally and completely insane. Do we compare giraffes and zebras? Do we compare squirrels and bunnies? Craziness. We're all perfect. But here's the comparison mind. Where did the comparison story get stored? So feel your body. Just feel where's the glitch, where's the knot, where is there a knot in your belly, and then and then and then don't try, but just go take that awareness and go right into that knot in your belly, and just love it up, give it a full-on cuddle, and watch it start to open. And then where does comparison go when the knot in the belly that was like, I'm not good enough and I'm not getting this, and I'm, like mine was like, I'm stupid, I'm this, I'm blah, blah, blah. And then when that knot in the belly, for instance, just unravels, the story just goes, because it's like, it would be like saying, like, I don't like, I'm not going to like this food, this is a bad chef, and da 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 da, and I don't think I want it, but and then you eat it and it's like, oh, it's really good, right? So it's confirming. It's like your body senses the safety, senses the wholeness, senses the peace, senses um the the insanity of comparison, because it's just one. What you're comparing, you to you, and that's a visceral feeling. So point being that feeling through the body, the story just starts to move off. It just is seen through, is felt through. Oh, it's not true, right? You're tasting reality, and reality rules. Reality just, it's like a knockout punch. It's like it the story can't hold when reality shows you it's often the opposite. So that's the only thing I'll ask you to do, is just that where's the when the comparing mind is going and you're looking at the mind, where in the body is the correlate, right? So healing is waking up from the mind, from the story, and then feeling through where it is in the body. And that awareness is just goes like this. And then it's like, oh, it's an opening process, right? Not true. And that doesn't feel true, right? So it's the comparing mind. You can see that the comparisons aren't, you're already onto that. But like I say, people will say to me, I know it's not true, but it still feels true, because they haven't felt through the body. And the body hasn't registered, oh my God, it's so not true, right? It's actually peace. There's actually all this love here, right? When Randolph was healing the unlovable thing, it's like there's all this cuddling going on, and he's just feeling so much love, that the story of unlovable, and I have to go get love, and I have to go get women's attention, it just goes, which is, where does it go? The only thing left now is a man embodied in his heart, and then he loves himself and loves women and loves everyone. So that's how that goes. Hi, Paul. I mean, I'll keep doing it. There is no try, right? Exactly. There's no try. Okay, cool. You'll keep doing it. Good. And let us know if you find where the comparison is. Like, comparison for me is often in my gut. It's in the solar plexus. Um, and yeah, so just let's see it. Randolph says full show up feels like being at a home that is always there. Yes, exactly. Exactly. It's a home. This is your home. This is your home. I mean, pure awareness is your home. There's oneness is your home. You're always home. You're always safe. You're always oneness. You can't be harmed, just in the same way this guy can't be harmed. But then we have the temple of the house of the body. We have the home of the body, and it feels so good for awareness, for that expansive awareness to come into the body and really get it, be at home, and then feel through the body in that expansive quality. It's like you just feel so cozy, um you feel so grounded, you feel at home. You're not out searching for home. You're not searching for anything because you found it. Right? And this is like the parable that is always the case, right? There's an Indian story with the diamond in your pocket, or the alchemist, Paulo Coelho's book. Paulo Coelho's. Am I saying that right? It's in your backyard. It's the home that was always here that that we ignored, that we disembodied, that we hauled around to try to look a certain way to be acceptable and lovable and good enough and everything else. And then it's like, oh, just bringing it back in. It's so cozy and so homey. And yeah, it's always here. It'll always be your bestie. Hi, Gina. Hi, Lisa. Cool. Okay, well that's it for today. Hopefully everybody had, felt some of that homey quality, that expansive quality, the grounded quality, and yeah, just keep going. It's an exploration. Exactly. Davis, you're just gonna explore and feel through and show up and show up and show up and um and do it now, right? Like, it's so fun to do it now, to not give yourself, it's just not like I have to do it now. It's the opposite. It's out of great kindness. Give yourself the love you've been searching for. Out of the natural, unconditional love that is pure awareness, that is all of us. You, as pure awareness, want so much to finally be close and be at home with yourself, to be merged, to be deeply, deeply in touch with the body. It's what you've always been looking for. It's what you're looking for out there. So cool. Thank you all for contributing to an awesome field. All 85 of you. Amazing. Just a reminder, come say hi in the chats. Randolph and I will be here tomorrow with a great conversation that is going to handshake really well into today. David says, my body's experiencing a headache and some gastrointestinal upset right now. I'm sitting with that. Perfect. Loving it best I can. Yeah, this happens. This is the underlying stuff that's now, it's like you start to give it attention. It's like, my mom used to teach elementary school kids, and it's like if you gave attention to one, then the other kids would come around. I used to go into her classrooms, and it's like that. It's like you start giving the body. It's like, I've got a headache. I feel not great here. So you just go into the headache, go into the gastrointestinal. Let the body show where he needs some more attention, and you're just gonna honor that and just dive in, give a good old cuddle. Haven't pinpointed the spot, but probably my gut. I think you got it. I think it's the headache. So this is what happens. The body just shows you. You don't have to go find it. It's just like, here's a headache. Here's some gastro stuff. And you don't have to name it or know anything about it, and go right into the headache. Go right into the gut and see what happens. But the body's going to keep showing you where to go next. It'll just pop up. It's like, here's next. Now here. Pain is exactly where to go. And we have a whole healthcare structure that's the exact opposite, right? Get rid of the symptom. It's like what the Rumi quote is: do you seek healing, let yourself fall ill, or something like that. Like, let the headache have, and then go. And then I say, get really close to that headache. It's exactly, the body is telling you exactly where the neglected kid is, what needs attention, and not to try to get rid of it, but go in. Just like you would a kid who's sick, right? You wouldn't neglect them. You wouldn't try to get rid of it. You hold them, you hug, you get really, really close. Wrap your arms right around them. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Folks should check out Charles Eisenson's most recent video. I'm amazed how it connects with this. Oh, cool. It is on the more subtle way of sensing. Cool. Oh, good. Good. Yeah, and then again, for those who didn't hear, I have a ton of other meditations on Insight Timer and under the name Simple Being. If you like with music, we had improvisational ambient music. So all of it meant to just do this to help you connect with the senses and embody and heal. So thank you. Thanks for sharing, Davis. Thank you, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow. Friday is noon Pacific. And next week, we'll be back with Miriam on Tuesday and Thursday, Lucy on Wednesday for another one-on-one chat. Monday and Friday will remain open, I think. I'll just riff on whatever comes up. And then the following week, I'm going to start, I'll probably do the full presentation. We'll see, of the elemental species. I will always kick that. If Chaos comes up with her curriculum before then, I will always prioritize that. But it's time probably to do the elemental species soon. So I'll see you in the chat. See you tomorrow. And thank you all very much. Mwah. Bye. Heart.